Hey guys, thanks a lot for clicking on the video. As you can see by the title, today we are going to go and run our first ever half marathon. Signed up for that about a week or so ago. Through this whole sort of lockdown period, I tried to do a little bit more running, so that's what we've been doing. And there was a sort of charity half marathon event that was locally and I saw, so signed up for it, and today we are going to go for it. So it's actually Halloween, it's early in the morning, the race starts at 8. We're going to go get going, I'll get some footage down there, show you what's what, then I'm going to run the race, and we'll let you know how it goes, and hopefully I'll give you some tips on what you should maybe think about when you're doing your first half marathon. So let's go see what's going on and then we'll talk later. Alright guys, just got done with the first half marathon. Absolutely knackered, that was hard. We're gonna go get some food and stuff, and then I'll talk about how it went when we get back, and I'll give you a few tips and a few mistakes to avoid. Got back from our first ever half marathon. It was actually really enjoyable. The time I got was 2 hours and 1 minute, so that was my first ever half marathon, and I'll go into 3 massive mistakes that I made that I would advise you not to do if you're going to go ahead and try your first marathon. But first I just want to say it was really enjoyable, super motivating. There was like a whole bunch of people from different walks of life, all different ages. Some people were doing a half marathon, some people were doing a 5k, a 10k. So yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I would say the first mistake, I guess a little bit of a background, since COVID happened, I was just doing a lot more running this past year in general. Mostly a lot of 5Ks and some 10Ks here or there, and just running in general. Then the first mistake I would say not to make is make sure you give yourself enough time to kind of train specifically for a half marathon. What happened with me was there was a kind of a charity here in Omaha that I've kind of worked with over the years, just kind of sprung this event out of nowhere, just for what they're trying to do, and I just came across it pretty late, maybe like a week before the event, so I was like, right, I'm going for it. So I definitely give yourself enough time to sort of train for it. Leading off that point, I guess I wasn't super prepared. I was kind of in a, I'd been running, I felt like my running shoes that I'd been using had kind of been beaten up a little bit just from generally training. I don't think they were ready for a half marathon, so I was at the point where like I'm a week out to buy brand new shoes and just try and use them, which maybe is what I would have done. But what I did do was I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and just got a new pair of insoles for my running shoes that I was already using. These are Air Men's insole soft sole Perform. I just felt it gave me a little bit more cushion and it felt a little bit better, so maybe that'll help you guys if you're in that bit of a spot. Another one sounds real easy, and I was like, can't believe I'm even doing this, but the other one was just give yourself enough time to warm up when you go to the event. I didn't time it well enough to realise that there would be quite a longer process to register for the event and get like your tracker that the event actually does your times and things like that, and just get your gift bags or whatever that was. That took a little bit longer than I expected, so I didn't quite give myself the warm-up that I would have liked, so that would help. That be mistake number 2. And the third and final mistake that I made was I had no idea about the course whatsoever. Like I didn't know the route or anything, which I guess is okay, but why it was a mistake on my end was I kind of wanted to get below a 2-hour time for my first half marathon, which I believed I was on pace to do, until I got to the last, half mile or mile or so. There was 2 large hills that I had to run up, like just streets that were very steep. So I timed it in my mind that I thought, right, we're going to cruise in just below 2 hours here, and I thought it was going to be just a straight shot of a run. Hit the first hill and I realised, oh, my legs aren't going to go up this as quick as I would like, and then that cut the time right down, cut it probably too close. After that, there was another hill, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to make it to the 2 hours here, and that's when we ended up with the 2 hours 1 minute. So those were my 3 mistakes that I made that I would recommend to try and avoid if you guys are going to go and do your half marathon. But
by all means, I would say go ahead and do it. Have fun with it. It's a good challenge. And yeah, let me know if you guys go ahead and try a half marathon. If you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up. It helps the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next video.